right, so Islam Makhachev getting back on the proving ground here tonight, putting his undisputed UFC lightweight championship on the line. So much to love about this man's mixed martial arts acumen, his fight IQ, and you gotta think it's gonna take the very best out of his opponent to wrest the belt away.
Anyone that hopes to beat Makhachev has to be on their game. Your wrestling's gotta be on point, your striking's gotta be on point. But more than anything, you have to have a steel mind. You cannot break in front of Makhachev because he will then drown you. This guy is a champion for a reason. And as you have seen time and time again, Hasbullah joins the Dagestanis in the octagon.
Perhaps that's an X factor tonight, the great Hasbullah in the corner of Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev, he is ready to go, so are we, for our main event. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight championship fight. Now for the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Cain. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Heavyweight Champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
Herb Dean is your referee. He's the third man in the octagon tonight.
Good.
All right, round getting underway, and we take a look at the Combat Sambo World Champion and UFC lightweight contender, Islam Makhachev. What will he do in this fight? Well, oftentimes he does whatever he wants to do. Certainly he can impose his will on the ground, where his game is just so nuanced when it comes to the throws and the trips and the manipulation of joints and everything else. But on the feet, in a kickboxing setting, this man has proven elite as well. A true 5-tool player who many believe by year's end could just be the king of the lightweight division. Whoa! Oh, nice judo toss for him. Oh, it looks like he's got him in a crucifix now, DC. A lot of body weight from the top position. How does he go about trying to finish this fight?
He just needs to stay heavy. He's got to keep his weight down. He's got to be working, but not working recklessly, because this is a position that you can escape. Make sure you secure your opponent, and make sure you secure your opponent, land strikes that matter, and end this fight.
Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes off the face, let it slip into an underhook, build up to your elbow, then go chase your single leg. This is high-level grappling, John, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt named Daniel Cormier.
3 minutes and counting to go here in round one. All right, half guard position for him here, and I can hear Dominic Cruz in the back of my head just screaming about underhooks somewhere.
Yeah, he loved, but he's right? He's so right in terms of if you're on your back in the half guard, one thing you can't be is flat on your back. You need to be up on an elbow.
Right.
You need to be half on the side, and you need to control the far side underhook. It is a battle for underhook when you're fighting in the half guard position on the mat.
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man, I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
Makhachev's right back to the full mount here. All right, he's in a half guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
Makhachev's pass is denied.
He pinned his arm, he's got him in the crucifix. Big ground and pound.
All right, north-south position now, DC. We'll see how he chooses to advance from here. Makhachev's back in full mount. Oh, and he locks up a triangle. That looks tight, DC.
It's very tight. And now he's just got to start passing the arm across, pulling down on the head, feeding the hips, and he will definitely get the submission.
Oh, he bails on the submission now.
He's got to be careful here.
We'll see what he does here. He postures up and lands to the head. Oh, going for the takedown here. 20 seconds to go in round one. Final seconds here. A single collar tie there. Takedown defense holds up. Horn sounds for the end of round one.
Take a seat, everybody. Breathe. Deep breath in. All right, here's some water. Ready? Listen. All right. You're doing awesome out there.
All right, let's look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about just the efficiency when it comes to the ground and pound game?
He was able to throw at the right time, secure at the right time. He wasted no action. For me, this is the most exciting type of fight. A guy that is just dominating his opponent, really, truly putting the grind on his opponent from the top position.
Ready.
All right, round two. All right, here we go with our next round. And DC, you've spoken a lot about ground and pound skills and how it's a little bit of a lost art in modern day mixed martial arts. Certainly not for this young man.
No, and he does it in the old school way, right? Nowadays, you push the guy to the side of the octagon, they use it as a barrier to get up.
Right.
Not with this guy. He stuffs your head in the corner, he gains his posture, and he just starts dropping hammers until eventually you're gonna turn to your knees, he'll take your neck and choke you, or he'll just put you back down. It's crazy to watch him dictate his opponent's actions with his power from this position. Not many guys can generate that type of power. You got to go back to guys like Mark Munoz. They used to call him the Filipino smashing machine because he was so good with his ground and pound, and this guy shows that same exact type of approach.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start. Oh, big elbow. You can't take all those unanswered strikes. They don't have to be that damaging.
Yeah.
You just gotta move.
Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll. Velasquez is in half guard now. These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in the half guard.
absolutely more offensive options because now you can just start to get away. You can just go to a wrestler stand-up. Get to your knees, post your hands. Don't allow him to get his hooks in, right? Really be aware of the hooks. But get to your hands, stand up, fight the hands, break away and escape. But it's so much more free-flowing than a half guard in the side control because all you need to do is just get the opponent's body up because his legs are just free to move. His legs are not controlling anything. His legs are just free, so you have more freedom to use yours. Beautiful ground and pound, and that would cut him. Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah.
Makhachev's able to transition back to side control now. All right, north-south position here. We'll see if the crowd can be mature about this, DC. All right, setting up for a finish here.
That Darce choke is tight.
Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, but the submission defense wins this transition.
All right, he remains in pursuit of the submission, but the defense continues to hold up. I'm not sure he's going to be able to find a finish here.
In MMA today, guys are so well-rounded. They're so gifted. It's hard to just lock up a submission, but he continues to try. And in those efforts, he has given himself a chance to win this fight.
I've never been submitted.
You never have?
Nope.
Lucky guy. I have.
Velasquez is back to the side control now.
There it is. Now he's running him out.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Velasquez.
Now he's got good body position, yup.
Fight for less wrist control now.
Under a minute now to go, round two. Relentless pressure from the top by Cain Velasquez. Ground and pound strike there now. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through.
I need you to scramble, scramble.
Makhachev's in half guard. Lands with the ground and pound. All right, working inside his opponent's guard here.
You cannot sit in these jiu-jitsu guys' guards. And you can't have one arm in, one arm out. Guys will start throwing up legs, chasing triangles.
Velasquez's cheek looks like it's cut here, starting to bleed a little bit now. All right, that's the end of round number two. All right, so the round is over. You see, obviously, the fighter has a cut on his cheek sustained in that round, but better to be below the eye than above it. The cut man is in there trying to close it up. All right, as they attend to the damaged fighter, we will re-rack some replays for you. A lot of damaging strikes landed by the opposition in that previous round.
Well, him just not really paying attention on the defensive side has made his opponent look like an absolute world beater. He's a good fighter, but he has never looked this good. And that is partly because his opponent is not defending.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight.
That hook was bad.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body here. Really starting to connect on a lot of strikes to the midsection here in the latter stages of this fight. And potentially a critical takedown here. Makhachev's trying for a submission here. Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in.
Undertaker has arrived in the UFC. Oh my goodness, a powerbomb.
So just when it looked like he might get submitted, he slams his opponent down with authority as the tide turns here.
Great job finding his shots from the top position. Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
Makhachev's in half guard. Velasquez's eye starting to swell now.
Get the mount here.
The ground strikes starting to pile up. All right, feet on the hips here. Well, he's no stranger to being in this position. Strong work from the top here by Velasquez. Trying to guard pass here, not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transition.
So the crowd absolutely loving it as these fighters work their way back to the feet.
The fighters are back to their feet now, and they can take in the applause because they deserve it after that grappling exchange.
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up.
Makhachev gets the takedown. Nice entry on that attack. All right, so he's sort of turtled up here. Not great body language. Perhaps he's trying to bait him in a little bit. Velasquez is in half guard. Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly. Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions.
Makhachev's eye appears to be closing up by the second.
Now he's going full mount. This is a terrible position.
2 minutes to go. Postures up and lands a brutal strike to the head. Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten.
This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up.
Well, this fight's been pretty crazy thus far. Both guys doling out a lot of damage, and neither seems too bothered by it, but clearly both parties are hurt.
Both guys are hurt. Both guys are fighting beautifully. Both are showing a lot of heart right now in this fight. They're both doing amazing jobs. Let's see who gets the job done at the end of this thing.
Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take us back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter, and he's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. Makhachev's eye does not look real good right now. It actually is starting to swell shut, so that will be something that bears watching as this fight continues. Velasquez is back inside control here. All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds. Heading back to the corner now. Makhachev's eye is wearing it, folks. Visible damage. Now looks like it might even be completely shut, so we'll see if the cut man can do anything about it, but I wouldn't be surprised to see the doctor stop this fight here between rounds. All right, well, 1 minute of end swell can only do so much. Let us look back at some of the damaging strikes in that previous round.
It doesn't seem like it's going to do much, and if it does, he can't take any more of these shots. He was too stationary. He took everything square on the target. He's got to move his head, and he's got to be proactive instead of reactive in terms of his defenses.
Ready.
We have arrived at the 4th round fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go. The tension is palpable. 4th round is underway. You've got a thing or two to say about these championship rounds.
The 4th round is easily the hardest round in fighting. You're so used to fighting up to 3. You got to get back off of that stool, and this is a real test of your will and desire to win a fight. Take it for a ride. Nice double leg. Nice finish.
Nice strike from bottom position.
Oh, right into mount. Gotta be careful here.
Nice positional control here. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Islam Makhachev. Another ground and pound strike gets home.
Oh, right to the mount. Big right hook there by the champ.
Oh, outstanding combination of ground and pound punches here by Islam Makhachev. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. All right, north-south position now. We'll see how he chooses to proceed. All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. A lot of top pressure being applied here. All right, we told you we'd keep an eye on it, DC. That cut is starting to open up wider now. He continues to target that area wisely.
Well, when you saw it right away, it wasn't that bad. But as he continues to target it, you can start to see it opening up. Look for him to continue to go down that route to try to get this victory.
Good, solid strike on the ground.
Side control is pretty safe there.
Makhachev's back to the north-south position now.
Oh, nice.
All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are, because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs, and if a person isn't very understanding of that, then you can really, really put some damage on it.
While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Islam Makhachev. Another ground and pound strike lands. Makhachev's in half guard now.
There it is, now he's on the mount.
Continuing to stay busy here on the ground.
Armbar. Oh, he's advancing. Very smart there. You never favor submission over a dominant position.
All right, well, he's got him softened up here. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by Velasquez. All right, so there it is again. He's been very efficient with his ground and pound striking game tonight.
And now they're starting to pile. He's starting to pile them together. Punch after punch is starting to land from the top position. Yep, got to be very careful there. Oh, good defense, yes.
Well, that combination's going to leave a mark. You see him getting top position, standing over his opponent, and delivering the ground strike. Nice job by Islam Makhachev. Buzzer sounds for the end of round 4, 20 minutes in the books.
Stop!
All right, heading back to the corner now, and we will keep a close eye on things. Makhachev's eye is completely shut at this point in time, so I wouldn't be surprised if you see the ringside physician come in and might even stop the fight here between rounds. All right, so back to the stools we go. They say defense wins championships, and He has not defended well tonight.
He isn't trying, or at least it doesn't seem like he's trying. He has got to move his head. He's trying to react when the punch is already coming, and that's not working. If he takes many more of these shots, this fight is going to be stopped due to the swelling.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Fifth and final round. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. And just misses with that big right hand. Swing and a miss by Velasquez.
Nice setup, nice takedown. Trying to recover full guard there.
Pretty productive with the strikes here off his back. Working on the ground here, his opponent's feet on the hips. Velasquez going to work from guard here. Nice combination of strikes there. Very efficient, very effective. Lands the grounded pound strike here. Oh, shades of the godfather of the ground and pound, Mark Coleman, as he lands again.
Coley somewhere smiling, watching this guy land from the top position.
Oh, well placed with the hammer fist there by Velasquez. All right, full guard here, DC. What does he need to do to improve position?
Well, he's got to start to build his posture, get some damage off, move to half guard, which in turn leads to more opportunities for advancement. But if you're on the bottom, you've got to anticipate those movements the moment he tries to move to the next position. You build a shield, get back to your feet, or dig an underhook to try to get a reversal or a sweep.
Velasquez is of clear intention here, continuing to strike right at the swollen eye of the opponent. Trying to hammer that lead leg.
He's got to be careful here.
Three minutes now to go in the fight. Side control now. Nicely done. Yet again, rinse and repeat, targeting that swelling, and you gotta think this is gonna start to affect his performance now.
Yeah, it's at a point now, John, where he's gonna start to get desperate. He's gonna start to make some mistakes because this swelling is not just minor anymore. We're starting to get into the major territory.
Good work from the top here by Islam Makhachev. And there it is, another strike on the ground, gets through. Well, I can't even relate to the mental and physical toughness we are seeing from these two individuals. Both fighters damaged and compromised, and yet leaning on the heart here late in the fight.
Yeah, they're both leaning on the heart. They're both trying to really show that they belong. They're both trying to show that they're the better fighter. They have been matched at every single step. They're both bloody, battered, bruised, but neither one of them is willing to take a step back. These guys want to win. He's doing a really good job putting himself in position. Nice transition.
All right, well, the local hospital might be busy later tonight. What an absolute war this has been. The Cutmen have done a pretty good job, but both guys are leaking in the face of it.
Yeah, they're working full tonight. I mean, the Cutmen are having to try to piece these two together after every single round. But this has been fun. This has been a fun fight between two incredibly tough mixed martial artists, and they are laying it on the line.
Final round, final minute. What a fight it has been, and hard for the referee to get involved when damage is being doled out on both sides.
I mean, it's so evenly matched. These guys have done such a great job of staying in the fight. There have been many moments in this fight where you thought one of them just did not have enough. Look at all the blood. Look at all the bruising on these two fighters. These guys have done a tremendous job. This is a fight of the night candidate. Massive shot lands. It's over, John. Fight's done. Great job landing from the top position.
Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here.
changing the position.
Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Velasquez. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. The official decision is now in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest 49-46. For the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
So there he is, and still the baddest man on the planet, the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world. It wasn't everyone's expectation that it would go the full 25 minutes here tonight.